Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to today's Thought for Thursday. One thing I wanted to go over today, I actually got a question from somebody pretty much asking, hey, Randy, like, what's the best use of my time? Or, like, what's the best use of a schedule as a wholesaler? And I think there's a couple answers to that. So, my thoughts are one, if you have a full time job. So, if wholesaling is not your full time gig, I think the best use of your schedule is, let's just assume you work 9 to 5. First thing you do when you wake up, obviously, like, start your day as you would, but do any follow-up tasks that you can do without having to call anybody, because you don't really want to make any follow-up calls probably before 9 o'clock, depending on if it's a hot lead or not. But I would check your email as it regards to any wholesale leads, see if anything has popped in there, send some follow-up messages, maybe set the stage for a follow-up call later on in the evening when you get off of work. But basically, reply or send any follow-up emails that you can. And then I would, if you'd have any marketing going on, I'd make sure you have all your marketing channels working. If you're sending direct mail that day, maybe make sure it's going out, make sure everything's being sent. If you're doing text marketing, maybe schedule your text to be sent out during the day as well. And then from there, you just go and do your job. And assuming that you don't have time to really work on your wholesale business while you're at your full-time job, um, when you get off work at 5 o'clock, come home, and then that's when you would hop on the phones and start actively talking to people, doing your follow-up calls, and then probably responding to anyone who texts you back or called you and maybe left a voicemail, and then following up and nurturing those hot leads, and then hopefully setting appointments and going from there. So wholesaling part-time with a full-time job, it's tough to kind of squeeze everything in. Basically, you're doing it right before you leave for work, and then when you get home, probably a couple hours a night. And then if I were you, I would do it, at least I would put a full day in on Saturdays, and still do some work on Sundays as well. Pretty much whenever you can do it, go ahead and work on your business. Now, if you have enough leads coming in, you're doing enough business, and you want to start taking wholesaling on full time, my thoughts on your schedule, kind of the same thing, except when you get into the afternoon. So in your morning, you want to just do some quick follow-up tasks, check your email, respond to anything urgent, and then just put tabs on anything that can wait and follow up, later on in the afternoon. Because after you follow up with the urgent emails, what you should do is, that's your prospecting time. So from let's say 9 to 11 is nothing but prospecting. What I mean is, if you're going to probably have your list, so get on the phones, follow up with your leads that are hot, try to set appointments, talk to motivated sellers, negotiate deals, and try to get contracts. That's what you should be doing from 9 to 11, day in and day out. That is my opinion. Those are my thoughts on that. And then after 11 is when you, hopefully throughout your morning prospecting, you've set appointments. So you got your morning calls, afternoon appointments. That's how I would split my day up. If you don't have any afternoon appointments, you definitely don't want to be on the phone all day. That'll burn you out. So I would go out and maybe start driving for dollars. That'd be a great time to do that. Get out in the daylight and get some fresh air. Then also, any areas that you're working, any markets within the city that you're really focusing on, drive up and down those streets, kind of know the neighborhood, see what's going on, see if there's any special projects, see if there's any new flips going on, or maybe you might see a new rundown home or boarded up home that you didn't know was there before. So take down that information and call them when you get back home. So just to repeat that, morning is all about being on the phones and talking to people and trying to set your day up for the afternoon. Once you do that, in the afternoon is when you're running appointments, taking photos of your leads, driving the neighborhoods, driving for dollars. And then when you come home that evening, let's say 3 to 6 is all follow up, and then more talking to motivated sellers and making offers on homes and getting contracts signed. So those are the core things I would, as a basic schedule, kind of line out throughout my day. Obviously, there's going to be more that goes into that. So you're going to have meetings, with some other people as well. But those are the core actions that I would probably schedule out as a full-time wholesaler. And then, as I mentioned before, as part-time, basically you want to fit those activities anywhere you can in your schedule. It's going to make it work where it's not interfering with your full-time job, because we don't want you to get fired before you're ready to leave. So those are my thoughts on that. And let me know if you have any questions. Randy at simplewholesaling.com, or you can reach out to me on Facebook. Thanks.